What's going on, y'all? This is Q Ortiz, your local San Diego massage therapist, musician, and artist. And today we're coming at you with the question of why minimalism. If you don't know about minimalism, you can definitely Google, YouTube, but I'll give you a brief idea of my view on minimalism. And that is the idea of having what you need, right? So sort of like a utilitarianism where things are mostly functional. And it's not to say that I don't have any items that are more decor based, decorative, but there's mainly an emphasis on what do I need? That's more the main question. What do I need? If I look at, say, right, the phone, I need the phone to connect with different people, how they connect with me, whether it's this battery cell, it's to charge my phone while I'm mobile. So, or the power bank. So that's where everything has its purpose. And when everything has its purpose, now there opens up a space for clarity. And I know you know the feeling of when you're looking at clutter, when you're dealing with clutter, it's hard to see the just the beauty in life. If you see a lot of clutter, unless you find the clutter beautiful, then that's your perspective and enjoy that. For others, that clutter is in the way of defining the environment. So why minimalism? One idea is that clarity that it creates. When you're looking for something, it's right there where you left it, or right there where it goes. So there's no extra time. Where did I put, like, where do the keys? It's just, it makes life easier. It's less to think about, it's less on your mind. Also, when you think about if you're minimizing your items, it's less to think about. And then when you look visually, it's less distracting. So that's what's nice about also just sort of like tapestry as well. It blocks off a lot of clutter. Even if things are organized, it just makes it one item. So that item is useful for that specific purpose. Another idea, why minimalism? When you think about consumerism, you think about people buying the new phone every time it upgrades, or with clothing, or with shoes, sneakers. In my experience, I'll get sort of one pair of sneakers at a time. So I'll just use just one pair and run it out, run it up. I recently was gifted some training shoes, so now I have another pair, and I have some hiking shoes, but they're very specific on how I use them. So they do have their specific function. And when you look at this machine of a world of the consumerist mentality, all the social media, I think when you tap into minimalism, the idea of having more with less, you can shift the thought or emphasis from items, right? What kind of things, how am I utilizing the things in my space? But also you can think about time, right? How are you using your time? Less is more. How functional are you with how you're using your time? That's an important point to deal with with minimalism, because then it allows for you to reflect and question, what am I doing with my time? When you ask yourself that, there's even, if you've seen the book 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey, one of the exercises is a time tracker. And with this time tracker, I ended up doing that exercise where it starts with the time and it just goes by 15-minute increments. So with this, you're tracking your time. You go, okay, I woke up this time. You can see when you went to sleep. See, yeah, I was on social media here for a minute, or I was watching these videos here. And with that, it can inform you about what you're doing. You get to visually see how you're spending your time and then choose what you want to do with that time. And I think with minimalism, it provides that reflective quality to just view, okay, how much time do I have and what can I do with my time? Just finding the value in that. So with that, it becomes a revolutionary practice, because now you're considering what you're doing with your time. You're not just blindly going out and consuming. Then when you look at all the new products coming out, that whole machine, that whole conveyor belt, you can put a halt on your contribution to that. How are you making your life work, instead of attaching to this grand scheme of how other people expect your life to be. You get to choose, maybe instead of having this 3-bedroom house and I'm living there by myself, what if I just share this space? I live in this spot of the house and form this. Like, you get to design your life based off of your needs and your values. And I think minimalism really can help to find what your needs are. That's what's really crucial, because as you're minimizing, you can find, oh, I don't use this. I haven't used this thing in years and I don't use it at all. Yeah, let me create space here, right? And one exercise I was able to do some years back, and it was from The Minimalists. You could check them out. They were one of the people that I was sort of studying and looking into when I started my minimalist journey. I can give, Ronald Banks, The Minimalist, Marie Kondo, then Matt Diavella, at least those 4. Then it's like small wardrobe. Those were a few of the people that I was looking at with the minimalist journey, helping me to figure out how I wanted to live my journey and what that looked like. So one of the exercises that was presented from the minimalists was a packing party. And I had a video on my page of the packing party. I might put it up another time with a voiceover just to express what was going on. But I was in the process of moving. So you know how intense moving is. And I wasn't setting up my cameras and going through. I just got through the process really honed in on going through all of my things, going through the whole inventory of my things and seeing if I needed it, and having the question of Marie Kondo, does this spark joy? So that allowed me to get rid of different things like, this doesn't spark joy. Thank you. Thank you for serving me, and serve someone else now. And when I got to the packing party, the idea was packing everything you own and unpacking the items as you needed them, on a needed basis, as needed basis. With this, I packed everything, moved to my new spot, put everything in the closet. One by one, I brought out different items, say like my roll-up mattress. I had a roll-up mattress at that time. Then my laptop, my toothbrush, toothpaste, deodorant, my stool, so I could step on it and clean the fan or however. So in this process, I noticed even with the minimal items, it was fostering my creativity as well, because I could see how to use these items in a multi-purposed way. One example would be with the stool. So the stool has 4 legs, right? And then a circular top. One use obviously will be the sitting function. Another function was, I mentioned a little earlier, to get up to the fan. So it was more like a stepping stool. Also, I was able to flip it upside down, and it had the 4 legs, and I was able to dry. I had like different towels or my shirt, or just being able to dry some of my items on the legs of this stool. So being multi-purpose with the item that was there. It really fostered that within me. And I think that's one of the ideas about it, is that it can foster that creativity where you can look at certain items and find other purposes for them. That way you maximize on space, if that's something that is of value to you. That's become one of the more valuable things in my situation, where, say, if I'm living in a room, how can I make the room livable and not just a bed that takes up the entire room? How can I have something that is enough for me to sleep? And one of the principles I try the most to have is foldable, right? Foldable and light. Some things, they're not super light that I have, but one of the principles is, if I'm able to move everything by myself, that's sort of how I've been working with this minimalism. So basically everything I own, I can pretty much pick up and put in a truck or put in a van. I don't have a couch or cabinets, so to speak, where I'm like needing someone else to help me put it in a truck. So that's one principle. When I see different items, it's not for me. When I see if it's, that's not for me. I'm not really looking into carrying this thing with me in the future right now. Nothing has stuck out to the point where I'm going, oh, okay, that's worth the moving truck plus the storage if I'm not able to put it where I'm going at that time. all of that investment. It's just reflecting on that. So I think the biggest thing why minimalism is that it promotes self-reflection and allows for you to question what you're bringing into your life as opposed to just taking it all. So I hope that was helpful. Said why minimalism. I broke it down. It was kind of random, but I hope that you enjoyed all of that and you found some nice help within there, or just you found joy within that talk about minimalism. Let me know about your journey with minimalism, what your thoughts are about it, how you view it. You can leave that in the comments below. Like this video if you're digging it. Share with some people if you feel like they can relate with this specific topic. Click subscribe and we can vibe. You already know about that. Then if you want to donate, I have donation links at the bottom in the description. You donate any amount that you want, that you feel is valuable for what I'm contributing here, what I'm giving you, if that's helpful. All right. Well, thank you so much for tuning in and supporting my channel here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Peace out.